Hello, always Dizzy here. Going to start with puzzle streak of 40 as I always do before I play any games. I'm going to start at the 1 minute mark. Please forgive me if I cough throughout this stream. I woke up and I've got kind of like a little ticklish feeling in the back of my throat right around here, and it's making me want to cough. I don't know what it is. Is it allergies? Is it acid reflux? I don't know, but it's I don't know. It's annoying though, and it will be annoying you as I cough. But I don't know. What can I do? I've got tea in front of me and some water. Okay, let's start. Win the rook, mate, trade rooks, and then active. Well, okay, that was strange. We can get his bishop, and I don't think he's going to do any damage. And we have a check, another check. We have a fork. Didn't see that rook. Do the fork here. Is this something? Yeah, then I can fork because I force him to. I was going to say I force him to this, but even if I win that knight, well, we're up 2 pawns here, but I'm more concerned about king e5. And then is this mate going to be mate? Yeah. Okay. Rook e2 wins the queen. Didn't I have this yesterday? And mate in 2. We are white. We are black. Just mate in 2 again. We are white. This is going to be winning. We are white. Why can't we promote? He's got this check. But I've got it covered. I've got it covered. Okay, so check, mate in 2, right? And mate. I can take and then fork. And then I would be up a pawn. Hello, Programming Archives. Did you see that guy got banned finally? You see that? It was so blatant. I mean, that cheater, I was so confident. Remember, I said I would bet $150 that guy was cheating. Am I Jewish? I'm not Jewish. Why do you say that? I could take and then take the bishop and then rook c2. I don't know if that does anything. Rook c2. King f3. Doesn't really seem to do anything. Am I religious? Why do you ask? These are pretty personal questions. Are they not? Yesterday, Programming Archives asked me what political party I support, and now this. What's next? My social insurance number. I'm having trouble with this one here. Maybe I can take and then there's rook c2 right away. Then there's rook g1. No, but my knight's hanging. I don't know. Is this just a stupid puzzle? Wait, I can't even go here. I've got a pawn. What am I even smoking? Okay, I'm going to look at this with the engine after. I don't see what we're doing other than just the fork. It ends there. What a freaking stupid puzzle. They're just absolute garbage. Absolute. Well, freaking, that makes me angry. It was just such the worst puzzle in the world. Oh my God. Downvote. It just wasted my time. It was just, what a garbage puzzle that was. I'm angry. Check. I mean, it just wasted so much of my time, that puzzle. Like, what are you currently doing to try to improve silent gameplay? That's always what I ask. Usually the answer is nothing. And then you have an answer. You should do something. People always say that, like, oh, what should I do to improve? But then they're not even doing anything to improve. Sorry, I'm in a bad mood from that puzzle still. That was just such a terrible puzzle. Can I just trade and then play b3? That's probably good. Black to move. I'm a little confused here. Oh, okay, so we can just give a check and then take on f8. Verifying, but it should be good. Chess Combinations Encyclopedia. Have not heard of that. Why not just do puzzles like I'm doing? I think a lot of people try to overcomplicate trying to improve. It's really not hard. People just don't want to do the work. It's like going to the gym, like, or losing weight. It's simple. Like, you eat, consume fewer calories, and that's, but people don't want to do it. So they're always looking for a quick cure. So can you be more specific about you're currently doing tactical puzzles? Like, how are you doing them? Okay, so what's going on here? We're down a pawn. White's close to queening. We're in check as well, but we can move the king. I'm very confused here. So I've got two options, right? I can take on b8 or I can go to f7. I'm not seeing a big difference between either, but let's look at this because this is more forcing. Then I might have rook b8 and I'm threatening check. Okay, so take rook b7. He can't stop both threats. Wow. That's underrated. I'm going to read the chat a little bit now. Yeah, puzzles are just it's the solution is going to be something that will have a major impact on the position. Like you're going to give checkmate, you're going to win a piece, something that will turn your position into basically a winning position. Okay, so here we have a check, and then there's king d5, and then we have a mate. So I think it's a mate in 2. And we have a check. We always want to look at the forcing moves. First, this wins a bishop. It wins a bishop. That's probably good enough. Probably good enough. You can take on g7. But I don't think I mind that. I am up a piece. So I'm going to go with that. We have to take the rook first. And then we take the bishop. And we have a check and then a check. We have to watch out for bishop h6 at the end. So take rook h2. Bishop, then we, yeah, bishop h6. That could be a problem. Why do I have this cough? I don't understand it. I almost have queen g6. He has h6, so, but it almost works. I don't know. Look at this again, but yeah, rook h6, bishop h6. I could look at a check. Doesn't do anything though. Just goes to g8. I see chat scrolling out the corner of my eye. I'm not looking at it in between moves. I'm sure it's obvious, but I don't see it. Can I afford to double up? Rook d h2, h6 takes. Then I might have g5. What about g5 right away? Oh wait, oh my god. Do I have rook g5? No, I don't. So can I go g5, threatening g6? Even if I get that in, though, there's always h6. Oh, no, then there's not. Then I can take. So maybe g5. It's a bit slow, though. It takes on d2, check, and I have nothing. So g5 takes on d2. It's a little slow. I don't know. This is the most obvious move, but there's no continuation. Or can I play g5 there? No, I can't. Takes. Rook h here. I just keep saying this. Wait, that's illegal. His king is there. Oh my god. So yeah, so rook h7, king h7, rook h2. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so stupid. Okay, I'm going to look at chat now. Yeah, no, I'm just stupid. Yeah. I thought he could go bishop h6, but he can't. And mate. Okay. Takes. Pin? I mean, the most natural move is to take on c4, but I don't know what I'm doing after the check. Because he's going to promote with check here. So, okay, well, let's look at it. Rook b4. Oh, what the hell? How could this be a thing? It's got to be taking. Because we have to move the king. We have to. Have to. So why not take? Because nothing, why would we move somewhere else? So it's got to be taking and then check. And what if he actually promotes? What am I actually achieving there? Nothing. So maybe we don't take. How does white have a move here? What? I don't understand. I don't understand how white has a move. We are black. We're black. Oh my god, we're black. I was wondering. I'm like, there's nothing for white here. Oh my god. Oh, not a good start tonight. Oh my god. We are black. Okay. Well, then it's simple. Check. Right? Take. I think we can do that. So check. Take. He might go king f4, but then eventually he's going to have to take it. So he might as well take it now. Yeah, I mean, that's just silly. I mean, we were black. Ugh. So I've got a fork if I take, and then I got queen h4. That's good enough for me. I can take, and then I have a fork here. That's good enough for me. Yeah. We are white. We have no checks. Probably is pushing the a pawn. Only because we have no checks here. Yeah, so what about a5? If he takes, I queen. Now, yeah, and I'm covering a1 as well. Queen h4 is a little scary. I can probably under promote to a knight. That's mate, almost. He's got 2 squares to go to. If he goes to g8, then it's mate. Either way is mate there? Not quite. No, I can't do that. Yeah, maybe it's not a5 because queen h4 is not so obvious on how I continue there. But it's got to be. I mean, it's got to. Yeah, so if a5, queen takes, still I might under promote. But probably there I get a queen. So I'm more concerned about a5, queen h4. And then I under promote to a knight. And then if king e8, somehow he's surviving there, it looks like. Unless I can give up the knight. I can't believe his king is not getting checkmated there. It's ridiculous. Check. Takes. Check. He's so close to being mated here. He's got to go then back to e8. But I think he's surviving there miraculously. Queen b8 I considered. Queen b8, queen h4. Again, I could under promote, but that wasn't working in the other line, so I don't think it's going to work here. And if I get a queen, wait a second. Maybe he just takes and then king e7. Yeah, so that doesn't work. Queen c7. Takes. That might work. It might be queen c7. And he can't move the queen because I have a discovered check. Looks like it's queen c7. Yeah, okay. And we have time for that. Okay, black to move. We're down a pawn. This bishop looks like it might be capturable. Can we harass the queen? I think I might be able to. G4 and then F5. I think it works. And then here we take the bishop. Okay, looking at chat. Hello, Sudeep. I forget if I said hello. Yeah, I woke up with this like lingering little cough. And I suspect it might be allergies. But I actually took a cetirizine last night. And that's when it started. I don't know. It's so annoying, though, this little cough. Okay, so if we give a check, I think I can then take the knight and then promote. So check. Hello, unknown. Yeah, please don't suggest moves because I can see chat. Otherwise, I have to minimize chat. But I did catch that before you did. Just verifying. It seems to work. Still a lot of work after this, so. And then rook g8, rook g7, rook g8. I think. Oh, wait, maybe it's not as simple as I thought. I mean, I think that is the plan, but then we have to run the G pawn. Excuse me. Maybe I go rook b7. Yeah, it's going to be tight if if we go for this. It's going to be a bit tight. Yeah, but those should be able to walk. Okay. We can build a discovery, so check, checkmate. Check. Right? If he goes to h3, then we can maybe attack the queen. And it's going to be just like that other puzzle we did. It's ultimately a deflection of the queen. And we don't want to start with this because we're not on the rook and you can play stuff like queen c2. So I think it's going to be a check. King moves somewhere and then b5 and then c4. That's funny. Yeah. Okay, we are white. Black does have a couple of checks, 3 checks to give, 4 checks to give. So we need to trade queens. So can we force a trading of the queens? The answer is yes, we can. And so we do that. And we are black. Looking at the forcing move first. And this doesn't seem to lead anywhere. Wow, g5 maybe. g5, queen has 1 square to spare. And then we can look at the check. And then after king g2, what do we have? Nothing. But I like g5. That's it. Okay, so g5, h4. After h4, he can't go here. So he's down to... Well, actually, hang on. I'm missing a key point. He can move the queen. He can actually just escape right off the bat. I can then take on f3, though. Yeah, this is a tricky one. But fortunately, he doesn't have a check right away. So let's say he does go to b8. I might then have check and then g4. Rook d3, though. Yeah, I don't have anything there. Yeah. G5, queen B8, rook E1, king G2, and then maybe G4. It's tough though. Yeah, I think that works. Okay, it ends too soon. Come on. I had to look at that really complicated line. Okay, so we have a check. If king B1, then this is a hook mate. And if takes, yeah, so takes is forced. Then queen H5. Yeah, king B1. No, sorry, I'm sorry. I think we start here. Check, check, boom, mate. Yeah. It's gonna be like this. And we're done. I won't get one wrong on purpose now. What color are we? We're black, so let's just go here. Okay, so that took 31 minutes. Not a great time, but there were a couple of stupid puzzles in there. That one puzzle was so bad. Oh, and it took like 10 minutes. Okay, so we can play a game now. Our reward. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. We have a nice established account here, 12,000 games from my opponent. So do you guys remember that cheater or the opponent that I very strongly suspected of cheating a few days ago? Well, can you guys see? No. Well, he got, I'll do it here. Da 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 da. He got banned for cheating. Okay. Back to regular scheduled programming. So we have the Lowenthal, and it's kind of like a Kalishnikov. It's not a Sveshnikov yet. That will be when a6 b5 is played, and that looks to be happening. So if b5 is played, then we've transposed to the Sveshnikov, and yeah, we have. And now bishop e7 is the name of the game. Well, the name of the game is chess, but the name of the opening. Okay. Whoa, that can't be right. Interesting. Probably I just play c3 because I want to play c3 anyways. If b4 though, then knight 1 c2, and then if he takes, interesting. Because I don't really want to come back here. But maybe the bishop is better on d2 than it is here. But then this is interesting. Yeah, I don't really want to do this. Queen goes back here. Is there a way that I can play b4? I don't think so. Interesting, hey? You'd think I would have seen this more often. I still kind of want to play c3. c3, b4. Maybe I just take there. Take, knight. Wait, c3. Wait. I'm dropping stuff here. How come? I didn't screw up, did I? how come I haven't seen queen a5 before? It's maybe I do have to play bishop d2. That can't be right, though. Wow, I'm pretty shocked at this. Pretty shocked. Yeah, I've got bishop d2, b4, knight c4, queen somewhere, and then I have to protect here. Okay, I'm going to play that. Wow. How come I haven't seen queen a5 before? I think I played it correctly, so... Yeah, I can't help it programming archives. If it's a theoretical opening, I can't help it. I get too interested. Yeah, I mean, because that's just one of the main lines. So how come I haven't seen queen a5? Because if I haven't seen it before, it should mean it's really bad. But I don't see what's so bad about it. Yeah, so if b4, I'm playing knight c4 and hoping for the best because I have e4 hanging still. So he goes back. Yeah, so I'm just saying that my bishop is better on d2 now because it used to be on c1 in this position. I could repeat, and I actually am going to repeat one more time, but not a third time, even though I'm way low on the clock, because this can't be good for him. So I think this was the correct move, though. And now I guess bishop d3, right? Could that be right? Okay. So he's going to get rid of his backward pawn, but I think I have development, and I can always play c4, right? So knight e7, I've got c4. Knight anything, I've got c4. And he's undeveloping. Okay. Yeah, so I think I might still want c4 here. I know that c3 kicks out the knight. I understand this concept. So maybe I should just do that. Is the knight trapped? Is the knight trapped here? I think it might be trapped. Is it not trapped? It looks trapped. It's not trapped. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Time to castle. But look at this development. Look at that. We've castled and everything. Okay. I think I want this in. Maybe c4. Wait, what about f4? There's so many interesting moves here. How bad do we want to open that up? I'm not in such a rush right now. Let's just bring in the knight. Maybe go knight e3. This is, I'm threatening knight c6 here. Kind of like knight e3. Maybe a4 next. A4 is good. Yeah, I like a4. That's on the menu. a4 steak sauce. Next move. Okay, so I burned a lot of time, boys and girls, but I think I played it correctly. I think bishop d2 was right. Because look at this development. Look at this development. Just don't look at the clock. Okay, opponent is blinking. I don't like the blinking. Okay, continue with the plan. We've used all of our thinking time. Time to make moves. If h3. Unfortunately, I think I have to play g3. Take. His bishop is so close to being overloaded here. Can I attack this pawn? Yeah, so h3 is certainly annoying. I could let him get this pawn and just use it as an umbrella, but h2 is forever weak. So unfortunately, we have to push it. And this is always going to be a headache. Well, maybe not always. I've got f4, right? And then rook f2 and stuff. Pre-move, save a second. It's Sunday night, right? Yeah. Sunday night. Okay. So we can do a lot of things here. Challenge his knight. Let's bring in our knight. Develop the knight. The problem for black is black doesn't really have any moves here, right? Because every move is, I mean, maybe he has queen b6 and stuff, but black doesn't really have any moves. Yeah, if queen b6, I would have rook a6. Last move I could have considered knight a3. Okay. F4. Bishop g5. His king's in the middle. We got to play it. King's in the middle. King's in the middle. We got to play it. Rip open that king. Okay, just move the queen anywhere. Is this anywhere? Yeah, but I don't want knight f5. So this, we're going to go to this anywhere. Oh, there's a check. Okay, we'll go here. Check, big deal. I've got queen f2 or bishop e3. Which do I prefer? Actually, I might even just move the king. That's kind of suicidal, but I don't really want to block. I don't really want to block the default. I mean, I guess I could do this. Okay, rip it open. Rip it open. Rip open that king. We've got a fork. He comes in and is dangerous. We also have a check after. I could threaten this. Doesn't work. Yeah, Yeah, I'm a little worried about this. That's a problem. Ay. Oh, he's threatening to take. Can I not just take on e5? I think I can just take on e5. Okay, so he castles now. But then I'm ripping open the king. Rip open the king. Rip open the king. I don't know. Should I not have done it there? Does this win a piece? There's f5. I also have a fork again. Yeah, boom. He has to play f5, I think. f5. Okay, we're going to do that. f5, I have queen e6. Yeah. So do we... Okay, we're going to go there. I only have a minute now. Then I can take on f5. This check doesn't do much. I've got places to move. Yeah, so king moves somewhere and we go check. Okay. Yeah, so queen b6, king h1. Oh, whoops. My queen's hanging. Not hanging, but it's tradable there. So then I trade queens and I take on g4. So he might want to take first. Then I could be in some... Whoops, what was that? That was a knight. Okay, well, isn't this just a mate? Mate and 2 here? So I don't know what he's doing. Okay. Rip open the king. Rip open the board to the king. I feel kind of weird when I say rip open the king. It's the visual is not so nice. So I got to rephrase that a little bit. I got to work on that. But okay. Next, to start off with a win. What was it? I already forgot. Oh yeah, it was an interesting thing, that queen a5. I think bishop d2 is the antidote. Yeah, and so unless there's b4 or something, when we can just play knight c4, and then we're probably just coming in here. So I think I played it correctly, but it took a lot of my time. And yeah, we no longer have this weak d6 pawn to play with, but our development is so much better. Will I consider the Rosalimo? No, I will not, ever. We'll never say never, but no, I won't. My white repertoire has changed very little. Oh, excuse me, since I started. Very little. Maybe like 3% difference from when I've never changed my openings. My black openings have changed a little more. Maybe like, well, it's hard to say because the switch to the Dutch was massive. I've made very few changes in my white repertoire. Okay, so let's look at that with the engine. Pretty smooth. That's what we want to see. So I was curious about this queen a5 move. It's actually the second main line in the Lichess database and in the main database, but it's not good. Yeah, bishop d2 is the right move. So if b4, yeah, knight c4, queen goes back home, and then bishop e3, knight g, everything is good here. So he came back. I repeated just for repeating's sake, and then I played bishop d3, which is good, as is c4. Yeah, if rook b8. Wait. No, sorry, I played bishop d3. Yeah. So bishop d3, yeah, it was good. So was c4. And yeah, now white, this is a better version for white. White is 0.8 now instead of like 0.2 or whatever. And yet c3 was best. So, okay, I'm not going to look beyond that because it went well after that. Excuse me, it went well the whole time, but that took all my time. Okay, new game. Hoping for a Dutch. 43,000 games from my opponent. We do have a Dutch on board. And we don't want e6 here. We want knight f6 because then e4 was playable. And here we go. We're going to go on b4. If bishop g5, we get some fun. Aha, okay, so I think I'm going to take right away. And then I think I'm going b6. Oh, no. We should castle first. Okay, no, here it's okay not to castle, but we're going to castle. Because I like to castle. I don't like delaying it. There's no need to play with fire. What's the point of that? Can I not just play d6? Can I not just play d6? I don't understand. I must be missing something. I bet I'm missing something here, because why can't I play d6? I don't understand. Okay, is that some maneuver that I need to know about? This is a strange, very strange. Do I have h6 and then e5? Not yet. So maybe this has a point. Maybe he's controlling, because I can't play e5 now. Okay, so maybe knight c6, which is the answer to everything in life. Because it supports e5. If he plays d5, then I think I'm going to give up this pawn. I'm going to do it. Yeah. Because these are too weak long term is my gamble. It's my thesis that these non-Nimzo pawns are going to be too weak. Okay. So now e5. And if takes, we're happy. I think there's a fork there. Yeah. Okay. So e5. Okay. I think we're going e5. Oh, the Dutch is fun. Okay. So, you know what's so funny though? Like, the Dutch have this reputation of being really aggressive and sharp, but it's just super positional. It's just a very positional opening. It's like the Nimzo. So, yeah. So we're just going to go knight a5, where we are happy. And this is a fun position. I like it. Oh boy, this forces. Oh, okay. I wonder if I could have done that before instead of e5. Yeah. Oh no, I couldn't have. Yeah, I couldn't have. Okay. So h6. If he goes to h4, gives me nothing to write home about. So I think we're going to play Nimzo style now. Can I do this? There's knight b2. There's queen a4. But you know, this reminds me of another Nimzo idea, and is to go queen a4. But here there's knight b2. And actually I can't do that because it's queen, right? Okay. There's lots of ways to exploit this though. There's like rook c8 and then c6. That's one way. Yeah, I forget why we can do this sometimes because we're I don't know where this queen is usually. I can actually just take it right now. What am I even doing? Okay, so if I take, he can take on e5. I recapture and everything looks hunky-dory. So why can I not just take? I'm sad that I didn't see that that was hanging for like 20 seconds or 30 seconds. That disturbs me. I am disturbed. Chat is quiet. 10 viewers, but a quiet chat. There we go. You guys keep asking me the same question? Wasn't this asked not too long ago? Okay, sorry. So knight b4. Well, I probably shouldn't waste too much time on this. I think I'm just coming back to a5. Now, if c4 is annoying, but I'm happy with the pawn. He doesn't play it. Time to move this out. Don't know where I want it. Let's get it off the back rank. Yeah, I don't know. Tough decision. I don't know. Tough decision where to put it. So why did I want to start playing the Dutch? There's a couple of reasons, but I need to focus here a little bit. Okay, kill his bishop. If g3, I think we can maybe open things up. Should I consider taking? Yeah, maybe. Take. I could take and then maybe c5. Okay, let's take and then maybe c5. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that. I can't even stop that. Maybe rook f4. Yeah, this is annoying. Can I stop it this way? Yeah, I guess I can eventually. I can actually do that right now. As a temporary measure. This is kind of dubious. So queen d2 now. I could put the knight on c5. But then he gets knight c6 in. Yeah, this is I'm not playing so well the last like 5 moves. How did this rook play, right? So I'm not playing so well here. So we come in here, bishop f3. Yeah, maybe c5 again. Yeah, maybe c5, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he goes exactly where I thought he might. Yeah, I don't like this. Okay, well, I can move my queen now. Maybe we just come in here now. So knight c6, I think I will take. If he castles, maybe rook f2. Then rook f1. Interesting. Yeah, the tides are turning here. This creates a hook, which I don't like. I don't like this. Yeah, I'm getting weaker and weaker every move. You know, maybe rook f4 ties him up a little bit. Yeah, maybe rook f4 castles. So he moves somewhere. Maybe he just comes back, and then rook f4 castles. Yeah, it's uncomfortable. Man, I let this slip. This often happens. Like I do well in the Dutch, and I'm usually no, I don't even want to say usually, but I'm often fine out of the opening, and then I lose, which doesn't make any sense. And I have some theories behind it, which I'm not going to divulge, because, okay. I could go after this. This is a real threat. That's a big ass threat. Big ass threat. You might have to castle now. Well, well, well. Look who comes crawling back to chess. It's Dane Quixote, the off again and off again player. Okay. Yeah, do we... I was going to... Okay, maybe I'll take with the knight, because that's all the rave these days. Yeah, it's because I want shelter against rook f1. But yeah, I switched to the Dutch. I'm all Dutch all the time now. It's... Okay, so I'm in major time trouble, as per usual. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, I can't quite do it, eh? So here, there's a fork. No thank you, sir. No thank you, ma'am. I want this knight out of here. Can I do this? There we go. But yeah, can I do that? It stops the fork. Problem answered. So if he offers me a rook trade, okay, he defends it like the bastard he is. This renews it. This creates another threat. That's dangerous, though. Okay, we'll go here. I don't know. Knight f2 was possible. There was also knight g5, but I have to. I've got a minute 30. I'm going to flag here. Okay, so what can he do? Not much. I'm going to take that pawn. Okay, I've got rook f2. Okay, let's go rook f2. A minute 19. Good golly. Miss Molly. How did he defend it now? Here? I don't know. Now you got 2 squares to defend. I'm also threatening a check, which doesn't do anything. Yeah, so here I could force a queen trade, but I think I'm just going to go for the fork. And I think he can survive here. So this repeats. My queen almost gets in. Okay, time to just cash in there. Time to cash in and offer a queen trade, and we will take with the rook because we're not insane. And then we have 57 seconds to flag. And we're just going to come back here. If rook f2, we go after the h-pawn. I don't know. I'm on everything. It's a question of flagation. It's a question of flagation. We'll take this one. So now he's got 4. No, they're not all isolated, but we'll go here just to bug him. And give a check just to bug him. And then we're going to swing over. Actually, I might want to come back here and swing this side. So swinging is what we're doing. If he goes to the F-file, I'm going to go to the F-file. 46 seconds, like 100% I'm flagging here. Maybe not 100%, but like 95% chance I'm going to flag. Yeah, we're going to come in here. And I probably should have done that last move, but yeah, let's go here. And then I'm going to actually, I might even take the knight. Because I'm so low on the clock. I mean, I really shouldn't, though. The adult thing was not to take it. Like, you know, to be an adult. Not take it. Because that's panic, right? But I panic when I'm low on the clock. Okay. I panic. He might give you a check. It's a little... He's going to go for it. He's going to go for it because he can't help himself. It's a sickness that he cannot help. And I'm still very tempted to take that knight, but I'm going to improve things just a bit more before I do that. And certainly not now. Now we offer a rook trade here. He's got a check and almost a win. He's calculating it now. This is dangerous, but I can win the h-pawn. It's my way out. I'm also threatening mate there. Okay. We will grab that. And that's actually a dangerous pawn that I'm... Fuck me. I just ran out of time. Fuck. Sorry for the swearing, but it's just dumb, you know, because like oh, he didn't see it. I'm gonna flag. Yikes. I should have went here last move. I just don't have time to think. Oh my god. Okay, I've got his Zwischenzug. Because he opens up this fork. Okay, we take. Okay, just get a little safety measure. 14 seconds, I can't do that. Get out of here. Get out of here. Rook pawn, knight can't chase a knight pawn. Oh, he can. He can actually get there. No, can he get there? No, he's one move too short. One move too short. Okay. Give me that. Give me that queen. Give me that queen. Give me that knight. Resign now, sir. Shameful. Trying to flag me. Shame on you. Okay, I'm going to block him because no honor. Just doesn't resign. He gets a block from me. Okay. Okay, I got to rest after that one. Oh my God. Too much work. Ooh. Yeah, I got really cranky there at the end because it was just another completely one game where I was just low on the clock and was about to lose again because I'm old and slow. You know, it's just, I just get flagged every game. Every game. That was a stressful game. But I think I played it pretty well. So looking at it again, it was an English Dutch. Everything's a Dutch. Everything is a Dutch. And I don't know why he played 95. So he doesn't know what he's doing, I guess. Which is one of the great reasons to play the Dutch, right? People don't know what to do against it. And that showed here. Just got my e5 in, and then he dropped a pawn, and I just played normal moves. His king's in the middle, so I just rip open the position. And I didn't like this, though. I didn't like bishop c8. This was bad, I think. I just didn't want bishop g4. I didn't want this. So maybe I shouldn't have taken in hindsight. Yeah, it's funny because my initial idea, if you remember, was to kill that bishop. I said that, right? But then I wanted to rip things open for his king. But yeah, his bishop is bad. Maybe I should have just kept it bad. G4, then I can maybe take, because then we're kind of winning a tempo in some regards. Or I could have just done that. Maybe I just play rook a f8 or something. I shouldn't have. Yeah, this is bad, I think. I don't think I should have taken on e4. And then he traded. And yeah, his king's in the middle, and we are active as hell. We have very active pieces here. And black should be completely winning. Completely winning. His king is just too open. I probably had something stronger here, but well, maybe not. I mean, this was good. The queen trade, I'm sure there was something better. Maybe I just take on a2, right? But I was very low on the clock here, and yeah, we're just winning here. But then I blundered because his knight is very dangerous still. Where was it? Not yet, right? Here. Yeah. And I'm surprised he didn't go for it. He didn't. Yeah, or maybe he didn't want to go for that trade. That's possible. Because I do win the knight. So I still would have been winning there had he done this check, because I think I just go king f1 or maybe king g. No, yeah, probably king f1. Oh no, 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 no. Has to be king f7. Has to be king f7. Yeah, and then I would have been okay because after takes, we're still up a billion pawns. So I still would have been winning. Yeah, and then I just traded. Yeah. Okay, let's look at that with the engine. Boom. And I'll load that up in CPT. But the opening didn't go too far. Okay, yeah, I don't actually have h4 here, but probably because it's not good. Yeah, and b6 or d6 is both good there. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so with the engine, and chat is quiet, that's the graph. Good old Dutch. Okay, a little bit of a hiccup around here, where I let him get parity again, but good old Dutch. Overpowered. OP. Dutch is overpowered. They need to nerf it. So what it didn't like from me was my trusty knight c6. Because of d5, which I thought, yeah, this was my gamble. I thought that this would be long-term weak for him. First I'll grab the e pawn, and then I was going to grab the c pawn. So something like this. But apparently knight f4 defends both pawns. Oh my god. Okay, so that's why it doesn't work. So instead of that, it wants me to, yeah, I guess knight b d7 makes it more sense here. Okay. Apart from that, I played pretty well. Not perfect, but pretty well. I'm going to play another game. I'm not looking deeper into that game because it was, yeah, I don't know. There wasn't too much to look at, I think. Okay, playing a Russian with 3,000 games. Another black. No Dutch this time, unfortunately. And a very slow move number 2. Hello, frankly, with Venki. Oh, boo. Moscow variation. He is Russian. So remember, a6 before knight f6 there. So I played a cheater who played this opening a few days ago, and he got banned, but he didn't. He played d4 there. So this is very solid for white. It's also very solid for black. I don't know if I want g6 or e6. I guess I could go e5 too. We'll go e6. You like to trade bishops? Well, the reason I don't trade bishops is because it's so drawish. If white wants to draw, it's so hard for black to come up with anything. So here we can move the bishop or we can keep it there. This guy really wants to draw. In this case, I will let him take it. Yeah. On another day, I might play bishop c8. Bishop c8, queen f3, rook b8. Eventually. But today, I'm going to let him take it. Oh, excuse me. There's probably something sinister about that. Okay, now I think I have knight d5. So he might take our bishop now because we're going to take his. I'm surprised he doesn't want this bishop. Yeah, I am going to take his bishop. And I think I want to keep mine now. Yeah, so maybe bishop c8, queen f3. Bishop c8, queen f3, f6. Knight somewhere. Not there. Here? Okay, I think I can do that. So yeah, queen f3, f6, and then b5. So I don't think he can play queen f3. You might have to double up the rooks, so maybe queen e2. Getting quite tired now. He does play it. Yeah, so knight c4, b5. Oh crap, I can't do that. I don't have b5. He's lucky. Because he didn't account. I don't think he accounted for that. I might go queen or bishop d7. Okay, bishop d7. He might go rook a d1, maybe d4. Is he brave enough to play g4? Thinking rook a d1, maybe rook a e1, maybe a4? a4 maybe. Might have b5 still. Okay, maybe bishop c6 here. So we are now defending the d6 square, and I think we're threatening to take as well. Yeah, I'm looking at f5. There's actually a little trap here. If it was white's move and he goes to e1, we have f5 and then bishop h4. And that could very well happen. He might run the h-pawn. I think I'm going to play here. I'm kind of hoping that he does play rook a e1. Going to give him the chance to screw up here. It's not a hope chess move because I'm still developing. Okay, I think this still works. So we can just take the knight or kick it out, and then we have bishop d6. I think he blundered here. Maybe he thought I would take here, and I could, and then play f5, but unless he calculated this as being okay somehow. Yeah, maybe. I think I can do it. Yeah, there's actually multiple ways to hit the rook. I could even go e5. Yeah, so I could go bishop d6 or I could go e5. E5 is winning it with the pawn though instead of a bishop. That should be better, right? E5. He can still go back to f3 though, and then it's the bishop has to take it again. So maybe I should just go bishop d6 then. Okay. Why'd you do that? I don't understand. I don't understand why you did that. Low on the clock. I need to be cognizant of that fact. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. He resigns. Okay. Yeah, so let's take a look at that again. So that was a Moscow variation or canal attack. And nothing to write home about here. Very straightforward moves. Yeah, I suspect that bishop e3 is not really great. And knight d2, probably not great because of what happened. And I've got the bishop pair, but it should be pretty close to equal here, I would think. Maybe black is a hair a bit better because of the bishop pair, but then he creates these superfluous knights, and then he kind of traps his rook and a knight here, and then he gives it up, which I don't think he should have, because I thought he can just retreat and it's better. I mean, because I got it for a pawn. I think he just miscalculated something. Okay, so let's take a look at that. What's the engine? That's a pretty nice graph. Okay, we like those. We had some of those. We had a bunch of those today. Pretty graphs. Often my graphs do look like this, and then I run out of time and I flag, and it sucks. Okay, so here. Yeah, I was thinking of bishop c8, which is just as good. And had he taken, yeah, it's such a boring opening though. I mean, yeah, so, but he didn't take. And I thought he might play a4 at some point. Maybe even here, which would have been fine. But he didn't. And then, yeah, this was all good. Take while you can. Yeah. Wow, it's saying that I can play b5 here because I thought he had knight f3. What am I missing here? Oh, his knight's under attack. But even without that, we're better. Queen c7. And I'm guessing we're probably... So what if he saves the knight and then goes to a7? Oh, then rook a8. Okay, so, wow. So there was actually ways for black to do that. Wow, so b5 was actually playable. Boom, boom. And then this is the simplest to see, but what was the other one? Queen c7 traps the queen. Okay, I miscalculated that. But second best move is bishop d7. And it's suggesting I go b5 now. But this is all nitpicking. And yeah, this just blunders a piece. So yeah, you should just go knight f3. Oh, wait. No, yeah, it's too late now. But apparently everything, like even c4 is good for some reason. I don't really understand why. Because we can still, I don't know. I'm getting really tired. Okay, guys, I'm going to end it there because yeah, I'm getting really tired, and I don't know. I might be getting sick. I've got that weird thing here going on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. I am going to end it here. Maybe a little bit shorter stream than usual, but you can kind of feel when you should stop streaming. If you guys ever stream, you'll know what I'm talking about. There's just, I don't know. You know when to stop. And yeah, that's for me right now. Okay. Again, thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow. Take it easy. Have a good night. See you next time.